Hey guys, we are just running 69 south. Just running it on down. Old Aaron Overdrive 7 Pro GPS. Says I have 227 miles left till my destination. The 69 here is not a very smooth road. I came through this this way last week. I came back up through here during the daytime, and I seen lots of little lakes like this. This one's a pretty good sized one, but there's a lot of small ones off on the side and everything. And I remember seeing a show, I think it was on Discovery Channel or maybe Animal Planet or something like that, a few years ago I think it was, and it was about noodling. And I remember down here that Oklahoma was a big spot where they did that. So I'm kind of wondering if this is kind of the area that was. If you don't know what noodling is, what it is you go out in a boat, you jump out of the boat, and then you kind of feel around. They usually feel around with their feet on the bottom of the lake, and they try to stick their feet. They try to find like little holes or caverns or little caves underwater. And they try to find little spots, little holes that are like that big or whatever. And that means a lot. And what happens is catfish will kind of back down into that hole and kind of sit in there, and that's their little home. And then what they do is they find one of those holes, and then they dive down in, they dive under the water, and they stick their hand up inside that hole. And these real big catfish, they stick their hand up in there, and the catfish sees this coming at them like that, and the catfish bites under their hand. Well, they really don't have teeth or nothing, but they do have some kind of bone or something there, but they bite down on their hand, and then they grab them by their lips, I guess. And then they wrestle the things up and come up out of the water and pull these big giant catfish out of the lakes. And I always thought it was kind of interesting. Some of those, they always overact it. They go down there and they grab it, and then they show splashing water, and they have like sound effects. Somebody underwater, like they're drowned in, and they come out with this catfish that weighs like 4 pounds, and the guy weighs like 250 pounds. Like he really put up a big struggle there. They had some big ones though. They had some really big ones. But there's kind of like those little lakes all along this road I saw coming up here last time. I'm kind of wondering if this is kind of the area where that was. I have no idea where John is. This road, it goes through a bunch of little towns, stoplights and everything else. And he went through a stoplight and it changed, and I had to stop. And then I was like maybe another town or two up the road. Then there was like a whole big line of trucks all stopped at a stoplight, and there was nobody in left lane. And I saw the light change, so I jumped out, went on by one of those trucks, and there was probably 10 trucks. One of those trucks was John. As I went by, he just kind of looked at me as I went by. So I have no idea. I don't know if I've kind of lost them or not. It's really hard to run together like this on these roads with the little towns and all the lights and everything. But I'm thinking I'm going to call them here in a little bit. And it is 4:51 p.m., 87 degrees. And I'm thinking maybe we'll stop and just have some dinner or something like that. We got plenty of time. I'm showing I'm going to arrive at 8:46. And I don't unload until tomorrow morning, so got plenty of time. So it's going to work out good. I'll get in there and be able to do a full 10-hour break, get unloaded, and be ready to roll. think what I'll do is when I get down there, I think I'll actually shut things down, do some more cleaning. I did a lot of work in and out of my truck this weekend, and just things thrown around and everything. It's just really a mess in here. It's kind of bothering me. So I'm gonna clean things up, and I also have my inverter all hooked up, but I don't have power ran through. So I want to lift the floor mat in the truck and run a cord under to the floor mat so you don't see a cord. Have it come up over there, kind of where the TV is, and then I'm gonna mount a multi-plug over there, mount it over there on that wall. So if I want to have power, charge things on my little desk there, that's cool. I think I'm gonna put a microwave in here. So there'll be that, needs power, and then I'll probably run a little cord up, and I'm gonna get like a multi-plug deal. I think Walmart sells it. I think I've seen it there, but there's a couple stores by my place. They have this big long thing. It's probably 4 feet long, and it's got plugs all along it. It's just a little skinny thing. I think I'm gonna stick that all along my dash for all my charging of different things and everything. So maybe I'll get there, check in there, see if maybe possibility you can get unloaded, but I doubt it. But I'll check the place out, find out where I can park, and then I'll probably look around and find the closest Walmart or something like that. Run over there and do a little shopping. Well, look at the size of that rig, huh? That is a big rig. John's pulling in. We're trying to find a little diner or something, but can't find anything. So, I don't know. We're just going to grab a little bite to eat here because we're going to separate right up the road. And I'm going to see if I can play a prank on John. We'll find out. Well, me and John are going to split up. We're going to go our separate ways. I have to go to the top of Fort Worth. He's going down to the bottom of Fort Worth, so we just have to separate.
I have to say goodbye to my man crush.
Well,
somebody, Banji goes, "Where's your man crush now?" I said,
Well, you were talking about that when I told a little story about you in the rest areas out in New Jersey.
Oh, geez.
And then you talked about it, and you said 8 out of 10 rest areas I used to go into had some gay guy in it. And I said, well, that's because, and I left a comment, that's because you're man pretty.
But yeah. Anyway,
so basically, what I have had a lot of requests for, John.
Yeah.
Is I've had a lot of requests for a DOT inspection. And I thought, what better of a thing is that I could help you and we could do a DOT inspection on your truck.
Okay.
So we'll start with the in-cab inspection.
Okay.
So what do you start with when you usually do a DOT inspection?
I put it in park.
Okay.
But I release the trailer like this.
Yeah. And then you usually do what? You pump brakes and stuff like that. Check the air and stuff. And then you usually do your horn.
Yeah, my horn, my lights, you know. They go like
Let's see if your horn works. Let's see if your horn works.
What the heck? What did you do? It didn't sound like that this morning. You put an auger in there?
Ah-ooo-Gah.
Oh, really?
It's the same as your ringtone.
Isn't that illegal?
I don't know. I made it disconnectable, so you can pop it right off.
Holy smoky.
There you go. That's better than plastic bags on your mirrors.
Somebody's sleeping.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's probably sleeping over next door. So, I'm out of here. I hope everybody has a great day, great night as you're watching this here video. If you're not, just put an Ah-ooo-Gah horn on somebody else's truck.
You're something else. Peace.
Peace. See you guys later. Bye. Well, hey guys, here is my turn off. Time to go. Me and John got to split up. There he goes.